There are only 3 Senate races classified as a toss-up, according to Cook Political Report. You've got Ohio, Arizona, and Montana. And now one of those races is getting even more interesting. Republican Congressman Matt Rosendale throwing his hat in the ring for the Montana Senate race, which is already shaping up to be a contentious primary as Republicans aim to flip the seat currently held by Democratic Senator Jon Tester. So joining us now this morning is Congressman Matt Rosendale. Congressman, good to have you, sir. Thanks for hopping on.
Thanks for having me on, Markie. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Let's, just for starters here, your opponent is businessman Tim Sheehy. He launched his bid last summer, so he has more than half a year of campaigning on you. Why throw your hat into the ring now? Why February?
Well, we just had to give this a lot of time, consideration, and prayer, Markie, to be honest with you. It is a big decision. The people across Montana have been giving me overwhelming support to get into this race. The Speaker of the House, the state Senate president, the legislators. Basically, what this is going to boil down to is a decision for the people of Montana if they want Mitch McConnell to pick their next U.S. senator or whether they themselves are going to pick their next U.S. senator. The Senate committee, Mitch McConnell, have come out. They did, as you said, very early on because they cannot bear to have a Senator Matt Rosendale up there shaking things up and demanding the changes as I did in the United States House of Representatives over the last 3 years.
And Congressman, the person not throwing his support behind you is the former president, Donald Trump. He's endorsed Sheehy. What do you make of that?
I love the president, and he's done incredible things, and I want to be the 51st vote in the United States Senate to help him accomplish his work after he gets back into the White House in January 25. And I think the president recognizes that eventually he's going to have someone that really supports him instead of another candidate who actually supported other presidential candidates against President Trump. I mean, it's a choice between Matt Rosendale, who has been beside the president when the electors needed to be rejected, when Alvin Bragg brought his bogus indictment up against the president. At the same time I was doing that, Tim Sheehy was actually contributing max out contributions to Nikki Haley and to Tim Scott. So I think the president needs allies that he can actually count on.
And let me also take your temperature on the fact that, a lot of critics have come out and said your entry sets Republicans up for a bitter primary ahead of the general election, a general election that's critical for your party to regain control of the upper chamber. I know you disagree. You see things differently. So tell us how it actually helps your party instead, you being in this race.
I think we have to go right to the heart of this issue. Are the people of Montana going to allow Mitch McConnell and the Senate committee to pick the next U.S. senator from Montana, or are they going to do it themselves? I have overwhelming support from the people across the state of Montana. We've seen that time and time again. And I don't think that they want to take orders from Washington. I think they're going to send orders to Washington.
Well, we'll be following your campaign closely. Please keep us apprised. Representative Matt Rosendale, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.